What's up, Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I'm just leaving the H Mart store. Now, what is the H Mart store? It's here in Austin, Texas, and it is a Asian food store. And I can tell you right now, this parking lot is very, 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 very full. It looks like if it was a Costco or whatever, that Sam's Club. It is packed full of people. Now, what kind of people? Asian people, white people, black people, everybody in here putting money up in this store. What is this store though? It's a Korean owned store that has all types of Asian food there, right? All types. And part of what I made this video for is you cannot beat the Borg. You cannot. You ever seen Star Trek and you're in there, you're watching it, and Star Trek, all right, Alvin Hollander, Star Trek has got the Borg, right? And the Borg, people assimilate to the Borg. They get in the Borg. They cannot break out of the Borg. They're programmed. And this is what I compare sometimes Asian businesses to the Borg. Like, they come in, they dominate, they do what they do. Now, many people will be like, what about, I know the audio has been crazy. I got the headset on today. The people have been like, what about nail salons and this and that? Listen. Get in where you fit in. Now, here's one thing. If you don't plan for yourself, what do other people have planned for you? A bunch of nothing. I mean, I was in this store, and I kid you not, you guys, the Asian people is in here shopping like they're going to eat for a month. They got grocery carts full, and you know they be cheap sometime. And they got full grocery carts up in here. But here's the thing. They support the store owned by their people, okay? And the girl's like a 28-year-old Korean girl who are like, you know what I thought of? I wanted a store that had all these different Asian food products. And you can get bubble tea and you can get all this stuff from this store. And Hispanic people are in here, white people in here, black people in here, and even the Asians is up in here deep. This parking lot is full. I'm going to see if I can flip the camera around and see if I can show you this parking lot for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let me see if I can do it. All right, you guys, hold on. Bear with me. Okay, did y'all see that? I hope y'all saw that. Okay, flip it back around. Oh, you know, people was looking at me. Now, not only can you get groceries out of here, rare groceries like duck and orange, all this other stuff. The reason I even go here is when I wanted duck or something unique, I couldn't get it at the Asian store. I get there and they be like, oh, we out of duck. How you out of duck? I just saw 2 ladies walk out with duck. Oh, that's extra duck in the back. They had the name on it. So I didn't have time for that. I refused to go play that. So there's a store in town called Asian World, but that's really, really, really just for Asian people. They don't want you up in here, okay? This H Mart, though, is the reverse. The girl's young. She's Korean. She thought, oh, I want people to experience my culture. What she's saying is more dollars, okay? That's what she's saying, whether you want to believe it or not. And the what I've learned from this whole thing, like right now, there's a white family of like 12 people coming up in here, smiles on their faces. They're so happy to go up in this H Mart because it's diverse and it's unique. I mean, there's white dudes right now walking by plates of food, like, you know, probably that stir fry section up in there, but there's a stir fry section up in there, all kind of stuff. They are excited. Okay. Now here's what I'm telling you. Let's get in where we fit in. And we could be anybody. You could be white, black, Asian. There are many people who hit me up in the emails. Yes, I'm talking to you, whoever you are. I have no less than 5 people who said, Erica, I heard what you said. I went over to Hood Estates. I bought the course. Now I bought a truck. You know, bought a truck. It's driving. I'm banking almost $2,000 a week. Now I want another truck, but I want to also get in a different lane, which is real estate. I respect that. You know why I respect that? Because he knows he can get in where he fit in. It's about getting the capital up. And I keep talking to y'all, let's get this capital up. And everybody's like, oh, here got my credit. I got to, you know, hey, wait a minute. And here's what I want to say to you. If you know where you are credit wise, let's get these 3 to 6 positive lines going. Let's get this old junk and this derogatory stuff off our credit. Boom. Okay. Let's pay the credit cards down. Do not be calling me asking for a credit repair and all your credit cards maxed out. Because you know what I'm going to tell you, right? Pay them credit cards down. Pay them credit cards down. They don't want to hear that though. But that's what I'm going to tell you. Pay them credit cards down. And Man, that it smells so good. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. Somebody done walked by with some food and came up in the car. Anyway, the point is, dang, Natasha, $20 super chat. H Mark is the best. We have one in Carrollton. Koreatown's big in Carrollton. Also, thank you for the Star Trek reference as well. Take care. Is Hood Estates only on Instagram? They are. That's been their whole platform to connect to people. Kendra's building them something bigger where they connect to more people. But I'm telling y'all, you're not going to beat the Borg, right? We're not going to beat them in numbers of nail salons and numbers of this and numbers of that. And I know y'all been reading Dr. Claude Anderson. You're reading Power Economics. But at the end of the day, what remains true is getting the income up, getting the credit up and getting the income up. Because once you do that, it's a wrap. Y'all can go in your neighborhood and buy up all the homes. Like right now, I am looking at 2 commercial space and rental properties in North Carolina, where my hometown is. And people still there renting houses that are $30,000, been paid off years ago, and they paying $800, $900 in rent. Oh, I don't want to buy this type of house. I want a bigger house, a better house. If you was going to buy a bigger, better house, we do 32 here. You'd have got it. You ain't trying to get it. Terry X, resistance is futile. Get in where you fit in. Right now, next week, I'll be in Houston. I'm gonna meet with people who are ready to go. That's what I'm doing. I'm meeting people who are ready to go, who are ready to invest together. Let's do it. Because I know the key in all this is connecting with people who are making moves, and let's move. Let's go together. You ready? You got 20? I got 20. Let's get another truck. You got this? You got this? Let's go get this. You guys have to figure out what's your move. The trucking industry is wide open, and this is how I know the trucking industry is wide open. You don't have to drive a truck, but you could own a truck. There's a lot of young black men who could literally come out of jail, and Hispanic men who come out of jail, 21 days of training, they can get on the road. I don't know if Chris Carter is watching this video or he sees this, but give me a minute. I might buy a couple trucks with Chris Carter, somebody, because I'm ready to grow this, because I know it's an open wide. This is how I know. There's one Asian guy you see talking about trucking. But if you type in Asian male trucking on YouTube right now, there's like 4 other dudes who are trying to do what he's doing, talking about it. Because they're starting to buy trucks. In Afghanistan, Pakistan folks. There's all kind of people who are starting logistics companies. That's why it's 15% of the market. 15% of the trucking transportation industry is third-party logistics companies. And guess who are starting those? Asians, Latinos, you name it. So, exactly, Richard Mayfield, that's what they do. So, I don't want to break it down here. I don't want to shortchange the Hood Estates course. I want you to go check it out. Like, you can even go check out on my Instagram. They have a $27 just the intro, 12-minute intro, and it'll kind of break down to you what they're talking about. And there's a guy I want to bring on here who did it. He literally, you guys, I'm not joking. He literally got an office space, got the LLC, went to Navy Federal, boom, 2 days later, boom, truck, broker, got him a driver, boom, done. Now, is it always going to be that easy? Maybe not. Not for everybody. But at the end of the day, there's opportunities. You have to make a decision. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make a decision, and it don't even have to be trucks, but you can't have everybody be a busy broke person. And what do I mean a busy broke person? I was watching an O'Shea video and I was laughing because he was spot on. Instead of somebody saying, hey man, I'm broke, I got to work these 2-3 jobs. People love saying, man, I'm busy. I'm so busy right now. And they may be, but 90% of the time they're not. They can't tell you, I'm going to school because I need this Pell Grant money. And then I'm working this part-time job. So my schedule's funky. So I'm busy. That's not true. Like, I know a couple who always cry broke, and every Saturday, Sunday, they smashed up on the couch just sitting there watching TV. They can tell you every show in this season of this stupid ass show they mentioned on Sundays. And I'd be like, who cares? Y'all broke. Get off that couch. I don't even know how to talk to you. Right? So the key here is making a decision. This whole busy broke phenomenon drives me crazy because you're pulling your energy in too many different places. So why have I in the Facebook group said, let's get the credit fixed. Let's get the income up. Then you can go wherever you want. You can go wherever you want. I'm telling y'all, it is a big deal. But you have to pick a lane and get in it. You can't sit here and get hot and emotional from nail salon fights and go, I'm opening a bunch of nail salons. That may not be your lane. Walking Dead, watching The Walking Dead. Boom, there you go. There you go. I'm telling you right now, that looks so good. I want to roll my window down, like, girl, what you got? Anyway, she's got super long dreadlocks. Okay, listen, all kind of people coming in and out of this store. And that's why I thought about talking about this. There are so many people going, we got to beat them. No, you don't. When white nationalists are buying up hoods in Georgia, there's a problem, y'all. You got, what lane can you get in? You can buy these trucks. That's one lane. You can do credit repair. That's another lane that can help your people. There's another lane you can get in where you can buy rentals and where you live. Why? Because bigger pockets don't want to go over there. Go on bigger pockets any day of the week. They call those neighborhoods war zones. They call those neighborhoods all kind of things. But guess what? We know people who live over there. Black and Latino. Right now there's a place I would never own. It's all Latinos on the street, and it's like too many damn trucks on one street. And it's all Latino owners up and down the street. And they got people renting. It's got like 4 trucks outside. So they at least know they're going to rent to their people. They at least know that's the lane they can get in. They may not be able to get a whole grocery store, Latino grocery store, or a whole Latino whatever, or a Polo Yoko chicken place, but they can get some rentals. So the key here is, do you want to get some rentals? Do you want to get a truck? Do you want to do credit repair? What do you want to do? Because that's where the big money is. Because if we can get your credit straight and get you about a $50,000 line of credit, or at least 2 cars that come up to $50,000, you can do whatever you want. And I'm being really, really, really serious on that. I know people think these Asians cannot drive, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hold on. These people are driving awful in this parking lot. And it's such a stereotype, but it is. I've seen like 2 people already try to crash in front of me. Like, y'all, this is ridiculous. The driving in this parking lot is ridiculous. Anyway, the anti-gravity, the Borg, is from Star Trek. It is a group, and they're all a part of a machine. And if they capture you, they put you in the machine, they put this thing on your head, and now you just start repeating what everybody else says. You're the Borg. You're the Walking Dead. You're just a part of the herd. You just do whatever the herd does. And a lot of the herd, which I'm calling the Borg, a lot of the herd is, oh my God, they're so emotional. They're so emotional. Asians are in my neighborhood. The white people buying up the houses is gentrification. This one guy said this, and y'all gonna get mad at me, and I know I'm gonna get hate messages. Gentrification sometimes is what black people use for stuff they can't afford. Latino people in Austin got whole signs and murals in Spanish talking about stop gentrification. Why won't you go clean your yard? Go clean your yard. Take some of them broke down vehicles out of the yard. Start there, right? But nobody want to hear that part. Erica, you better stop picking on these Hispanic people. They worried about gentrification too. They are, but honestly, the problem start with you. Start with you. And the funny thing, Alvin, a lot of these people got money. They're driving $70,000 Raptor trucks and $50,000 Dodge Rams for their painting companies and their construction companies. And you'd be like, Hector, take that money and buy that broke down house beside yours and clean it up. Starts there. That's how you start it. And it's that simple. Instead of like us all getting overly emotional. Oh man, wow. How come these people coming over here taking our property? There's a Hispanic man I know right now. He's got 1, 2, 3 Dodge Rams, expensive Dodge Rams with construction stuff hooked up to them. And his house looked like it's about to fall down, y'all. I'm not even joking. It looked like it's about to fall down. And I'm like, you work in construction. You hauling thousands of dollars of constructions into your shed in your backyard, and you won't clean up. What is the problem, bro? Fix your own house. Anti-gravity, I'm trying to buy a flatbed truck and then go to some local businesses. Hey, start where you can start. I'm just saying. I just want people to start. Pimp churches can start credit unions instead of communities trying to bring big brings to the hood. True. Ray L. Damn. He said they won't clean up their own yard. Listen, I'm sick of people providing problems for every solution I give them. I mean it for real. Right now, I know people who are wealthy, but in my mind, I really want to go, you don't realize a recession is already here. Rumblings are starting on the West Coast, and rumblings are starting in New York because people realize they're not going to be able to write their taxes off for them houses up in New York, and they are going to move. They're going to move like the Borg. They're going to get in these cars, and they're going to move. They're going to get up out of these cities, and they're going to move. And it's not even funny. Like right now, there's cities, little towns around Austin that are becoming like big little spots. Like yesterday, I showed y'all that brewery. The reason I was showing you that brewery is because those people moved there from the big city in California and then move to Texas and then move further out so they could have this brewery. I'm saying it all wrong. Give me a break. So that they could be the big thing in that town. Isn't that smart? Big fish in a little town. They done moved all the way from California out to there, bought a giant house, bought a brewery, and they're the big dog. That's what people are doing right now. So there's people who are still living in their small hometown complaining about stuff. And these people are coming out of California, coming out of New York, out showing you. The biggest success story of this, Asheville, North Carolina. It was a ghost town in that town. You couldn't get people to live there. The population was so low. Guess who came? And I'm gonna say it. Don't be flagging me. The gay husbands came, and I'm scared I'm gonna get a flag from YouTube. The gay husbands came, and the old ladies came, and they started investing. They started buying up the downtown fronts of the store and investing. And that's how I know, bro. I know this. I'm gonna take this phone into H Mart in a minute when I'm done. I'm gonna go back in so y'all can just kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. But this is the facts, y'all. You cannot beat the Borg unless you're going into a small town, and you're gonna buy up all the property and beat a big dog so the sheriff in town knows, hey, watch out for that man. That's the big dog. Like there's people actually doing that. Even in Fayetteville right now, you may think Fayetteville, oh, it's a military town, it's so boring. There's like 7 families that own everything in the town. And then an additional 15 that own more stuff in the town. And I can show you. I can literally see, this is the thing. When people aren't awake, they don't know this. But I could drive around Fayetteville right now and you'll see the same name, last name on 20, 30 doors. See the same last name on 20, 30 properties. And you go, oh, they must be the big property manager in town. No, they own the property, dummy. The property management is just what they do to keep the funds coming in. The money is small. We'll organize equal partnerships. Excuse me. And what I was saying about the recession is, I know couples who make good money, but they don't have any skin in the game as far as investments, something bringing in extra money. If your wife get fired, none of that. None of that. And they just not ready. That's all. I thought about using business secured credit cards to achieve that goal. Wells Fargo and BBA Compass. Yeah, Richard, you can. You see, here's the thing. There's this level credit secrets I could give y'all. And then there's this level that most people need. Here, most of y'all don't need this, right? And some of this could be, oh man, I make all this money, Erica. I need to turn my credit around real fast. If you got high income, I'm talking about $150,000 a year, you could throw some AUs on it. You could throw some things, pay some things off, do a credit. There's a couple things you could do. And at that point, the AUs make your score so high. And if your inquiries are low, you can get more credit. It ain't no thing. That's why you be seeing people churn credit cards and all that mess. You see that because it's going off score. But at the same token, there has to be a plan. Like in the Facebook group, somebody was saying, yeah, they offered me this $40,000, but yeah, you got to have a plan. This is like in motion going. You can't be playing. You can't be like, well, I'm thinking about it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like you got to have a plan. So that's why I try to stay here and go, let's work on getting those 3 to 6 positive lines. And by the time you've been paying on your car, you've been paying on those 3 to 6 lines for 3 to 4 months, your score ought to be boop, boop, boop. Yes, anti-gravity, go to credit union, usually better. The new Trump tax is going to hurt folks who don't have an LLC. California folks already raging. Oh yeah, they raging against the machine out there. Yes. Okay. Contractors, I know what you were trying to say, Alvin. With messy properties are like broke accountants or financial planners. Don't make no sense. My sister has a hair salon. What's funny is sometimes she would come in and her hair was kind of messy. And people be like, girl, take care of yourself. I die. She'd be so mad. But that's the thing. It's like, how you been doing other people's hair and your hair messy? They weren't lying to her. Anti-gravity, there's always room to get houses. I mean, anti-gravity, if you're in the Facebook group, we've already posted how you go get an auction. So I'm with Navy Federal, but the new underwriting guys won't give me a business account, but I'll try another credit union. No, Richard Mayfield, do you have an LLC? Just get your LLC and go in there with your EIN number. I have 3 different LLC accounts with Navy Federal. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you talked to the wrong person. You might want to double check that. But credit unions are credit unions. Derek Bailey, they need to move and let smart people use that prime real estate for something productive. I'm telling you. Chip and Joanna Gaines in Waco, Texas. Great example of a family kind of taking over a town, driving the economy. I think they're worth $7 million right now. Honey, they're worth more than that. They're worth more than that. I can tell you right now, Natasha, I was in Waco. They have a staff. Listen to me. They have a staff of 120 people. How you keep 120 people paid? They are a machine. And the whole like smiling and we're leaving HGTV because it's time, honey. They've been ready to go. They got their own production company. They could do films, they could do documentaries, they can do whatever they want at this point. They are way more than 7 million. On top of the fact they have rentals in other parts of Texas. On top of the fact that they have a team that go and flip out past Waco. They ain't even flipping in Waco right now. They flipping all over. Whew. I'm just telling you, when you go to their office in Waco, it looks nondescript outside, but you go inside, they got a team. They deep up in there. And some of the people you saw on their video, on their show on HGTV, they own partnership of those companies. Because the companies they were naming off were almost going under. And then they blew up on TV. And guess what? So those companies, their friends they were trying to save. Yep, there's engineers moving to Detroit in droves from San Fran and buying houses for more than asking price in cash, way cheaper than the tiny homes Oakland. Oh, both right now. I'm going to be back in Detroit. So this is what the goal is for this channel. We're probably going to have a videographer guy follow me around Detroit, me and Asia for a bit and see some properties I'm buying there, and also follow me a bit to try to buy the truck thing. That's the goal, right? This is fun. I like just getting on here and talking to people, but there's some levels to, if I want bigger investors and bigger dollars, I have to do what bigger dollars do. So I was stationed at Fort Bragg. She is right. Thank you, Richard Mayfield. I'm telling you. Erica Nicole is at Pope. Yep. $25,000 Navy Federal win. Did you get 25K? Kenzie Roberts? I'm telling you, not one, but 3 different people who watch this channel. And they said they're going to do an interview soon if it helps. But they're just trying to get another truck first. 40K, Navy Federal, bought equipment loan. Boom, got the truck. I'm telling y'all. I just opened my Navy Fed account. Nice. Cam. Authorized user. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. Their authorized user is when someone puts you on their card. And sometimes you can buy those. I've talked about it in several videos. Trade line supply as an example, where you can buy the lines. But see, what happens is if you don't know what you're doing, some of y'all are trying to spend $250 when you need to spend. This is what I'm saying is higher level. If you're somebody who say, Eric, I got $20,000, my credit's in the toilet, I probably could help you turn around in 45 days, but we would have to use advanced techniques where we're like knocking everything off and doing affidavit and doing this other thing and getting you 3 AUs so that it's like your score shoots up. But it's one of those things. It's like it's all at the same time, running, gunning, and you're hitting the ground running because that's what you're doing. John Hill, we already told you who the Borg is. Go back up. Go video back up later. All right, Richard Mayfield. Nice. But yeah, so that's just, I'm telling y'all, instead of trying to fight the Borg, and I know people are rebellious. They want to be, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. I want to be creative. You want to respin the wheel when really all you really need to do is get the credit up, get the money up, and get out here. Let's get this, yo. I mean, there's guys on this channel who are watching this channel who email me. They're flipping cars. And that's the cool part. It's like, there's so many ways to go in this because we're trying to do, okay, hold on. I don't want to hear that today, John Hill. Anyway, so I'm just trying to get you guys to get serious out here because there's so much opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Goodness, this camera is tripping today. Anyway, but the point is, I don't hear that mess today. What's up, Bo's News? Friday, I got a secure line of credit at my bank for my business. Yeah. Would you recommend opening a business account with Navy Federal too? If you can, Erica Nicole, aren't you retired military? You should have had one. They are very friendly. I told you about the one client, which I had to stop talking about him for a while. He had $70,000 business line of credit, business credit card, and then he was tripping with it. So how long after funding do I have to wait for a second round? So Hilltop, here's the thing. Again, that's 2-level information, 2-level. So first level, I'm going to say 90 days. Every 90 days, if you watch this channel, I'll tell you, call for uh, um, credit line increases. Okay, credit line increases to apply for new credit every 90 days. Now, here's the thing. Here's the funny part. The reason people don't talk about credit RAMA as much anymore. When you start getting 750, 800, 700 to 800, sometimes you can just ring it. Like you can spit out like 10 applications in that day and still get approved for a lot of stuff. It's just credit RAMA, dude. It's credit RAMA. And what happens is like you're getting all these new lines, but you're going to have a lot of inquiries. So that's why I say, determine how you want to use it. But every 90 days, as long as you're showing progress please get the likes up, where you're showing progress in income, where you're showing progress in assets. It's one of those things. Here's John Hill. What you want is attention, and I'm going to block you. I'm going to keep blocking you, John Hill. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, if you want to watch this channel and be supportive, great. But if you want to keep doing stuff, I just don't have time for this. Like, stay focused on the channel message. Anytime John Hill comes in here in any form, cam, anybody, block him. Because he want to keep playing with me. He want attention. That's what we'll do. We'll just keep blocking you, John Hill. Because we don't want to talk about that. All right, I told you. All right, Cam, I love that $70,000 business credit story. Yeah, I mean, it just shows you the mindset. Really, your mindset was you wanted to stun on the gram. You want to go take your wife on a vacation. There's nothing wrong with that, but just be honest. Don't be like, yeah, we got to get these rentals right now. We get the car, and then you're trying to go stunt. That's ridiculous. Not retired, but a veteran. I used to be anti-everything military related. Now tapping into the benefits of being a veteran or trying to. Dude, my mom was like that for a while. Like, I buy her hats that say Army and all this stuff. She'd be like, I just served my country. I'm done. And I'm like, get into the money. The stream is there. Get into the money. Milk it for what it's worth and make it whatever you want. Get the likes up. When you realize how easy it is that to make money, it will get kind of scary because you realize you never had to be broke and probably could have been avoided bad relationships if you knew that fact. Dang, Ray L. I mean, but it's truth in that. You know why it's truth in that? Because I really think some people are scared. Now, we were talking about this. O'Shea was talking about his trucking show. I was talking about this on another show where all these people were signing up to learn how to truck drive. And then they would quit when they were really close to the end. Chris Carter even talked about that. And I think it's because people are afraid. It's like once you get that new knowledge, oh my God, I didn't never have to live like that. But what people do is, and some of it is mama's boys too. They go and tell their mom, oh, trucking's so hard. I don't know. And their mom, who is like security minded, is like, no, honey, you don't have to do that, Ma. You can just do this instead. You can come home and work local. And so before you know it, he's talked himself out of a 100,000-a-year position. Ray L, making money is easy. Getting rid of non-productive people around you is the hard part because non-productive people might be blood. Ooh, Ray L, it is true. It is true. There's a reason I live out here in Texas. I needed some new air because people will suck you down into the mire of what they want. And one lady was like, why are y'all so hard on single moms? And I was like, I'm not hard on single moms, but I know as a family, somebody has to help watch those kids. If you don't got homeboy there to help watch your kids, somebody's sucking up their time. If mama's going to work, other people are going to have to suck up their time to watch those kids or the situations get negative. And that's why people are so hard on single moms. Because what happens is the single mom thinks, well, whatever, my kids, I love them. Do you love them? Then don't have a bunch of kids with no extra parent there. I said it, and you could quote me, and you can get mad at me. Jay Liggs, ain't coming here to see you, John Hill. I done told y'all. Now, stop playing with me. DMV Pat, real. Sometimes you got to move away. Yeah, and even just for temporary, right? There are some people who are in the Facebook group saying they got to move home because, they're short on family members. It's just them and a sibling. Cool. If you have to move back to New York, like now you know. Now you know how to, before you move back, go get you some trucks or go get you some rental properties and somewhere cheap. Detroit, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Get you 4 or 5 rentals. So now when you move out to Detroit, it's on your terms. Or New York, it's on your terms. You big boss in New York. You don't have to live in poverty in New York. You don't have to be a part of that rat race in New York. You can live well. I have a friend right now. They're like, I'm disgusted with New York. Everybody, it's not always for you because it's so expensive. It does not let you live. I'm coming in the middle, but if you keep your positive credit positive in 90 days, you can get a new credit card. Savvy lady, that's not exactly what I said. I was talking about new credit line increases. So, Essentially, there's credit techniques that are here for most people and up here echelon ones that are like, if you got cash and you're ready to move and do some things. So overall, you need to be working on getting your score higher. So I get my score up to 657. I applied for Chasey and I was awarded 5,700. I want to use it for e-commerce, but I also want to get my first property. What do you suggest? The Greek surgeon in 90 days, apply for a credit line increase so you have more to work with, and also make your payments. Hello, Julio Rodriguez. Thank you, Cam. Erica Savage tonight. I'm not trying to be, but I'm like, if you come in here for attention, I get it, but like, let's stay focused. We're talking about the Borg. And sometimes crypto, folks, is the Borg. Get into the crypto. You're like, bro, if you don't calm down with that shit. That's just like the Forex and trading people. Trading isn't for everybody. Crypto isn't for everybody. Chill out. Chill out. There's a lot of crap in crypto right now. Ray L. Survivor's remorse is a big problem for people. Exactly. See, the problem here, what I'm talking about is making the foundation and building blocks. The reason Dr. Meadows can come on our investing show and talk about all these different things he's investing in. Why? Because he's a doctor. He's getting building blocks. He's adding rental properties. He's got flips. He's got all this stuff. But it started with getting that first thing strong. And Osha had a video talking about the busy broke person. That is a true statement. When you see some people, they doing this, they doing that, they going to school, they doing this, they doing that. Like, when I ask y'all, do y'all have QuickBooks? When I ask you how much income you made, when you tell me you made 30, 35, but you're doing 3 or 4 things, stop. Pick one thing, go hard. If you do tax repair, I want to see tax ads from you from January to April 15th. Everybody ought to know your name. If you flip cars, everybody ought to know your name. You flip 1 car a month, I want you flipping 3 cars a month. You need to be bigger. Hammer your one thing to death. That's why when I taught my credit repair class, I'm like, if you go out today for the rest of the year and get 10 credit repair products a month, you're good to go. 21 pints, lame boy. Oh, just like MLM ain't for everybody. Good Lord, Cam. You know that MLM will make me wear my nerves. My boy just moved back to Florida from New York. He said he was paying $3,900 a month for rent. That should be a crime. It should be. And see, here's the problem, DSF Kingdom. Many people, here's the real fact. Many people, they are unskilled. Let's just keep it a spade a spade. They are unskilled. They ain't no doctor. They ain't no accountant. They ain't no lawyer. They working, as a retail manager or some shit. And then they be like, it's expensive. Nah, it's just expensive to you. People moving here is fine. People moving here making 8-10 grand a month is fine. But I'm telling you, if you get one truck, you're not driving, and you making 8 grand, you in a whole nother fucking lane, dude. On top of keeping your job, you in a whole nother lane. Now imagine you had 2 trucks. You in a whole nother lane. You in a whole nother lane. Okay? And hungry drivers. I don't mean old broke down drivers. I mean hungry drivers who are really, really driving hours. Not broke down drivers. Who kind of driving. They drive a lot this week and can't drive a lot next week. Not that kind of driving. But that's also why when guys are like, Eric, I got a felony. Bro, don't come with me with them sob stories. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear them sob stories. Hit the like button, y'all. It's 29 likes. It was 90 of y'all in here. Come on now. Hit the like button. I done got that $20. Thank you, ma'am, for supporting the channel. 10x. Property owner is balling out, living good, rent payments like that. Oh, yeah, Eric and Nicole. See, here's the thing. There's a guy I know here. He don't work nowhere. Now, he claimed he had PTSD. We're not saying he don't have it. What we are saying is he play video games all day and he relax. He go happy hours. He get massages. For a while, he was staying in like, not Antigua, but one of those islands, real cheap. And we were laughing because we're like, man, you need to go get a job, right? But he had 2 rentals. So what could you tell him? His mortgages on both places were like $400. He got the first one as a veteran. The second one, I can't remember how he got that. But, and the tenants are paying $1,200 near Temple, Texas. The other people are paying like $1,000 near Round Rock. He's straight chilling. But Erica, I want to start a publishing company and buying whole rentals. You mean I have to choose between 2? No, I'm not saying you can't do it. But here's the thing. What's the thing that's going to bring in the money to buy the rentals? Because people don't realize this, but when you start getting in real estate, you get in there deep. It is like, like right now, I am fielding off emails for people like, Eric, I got $50,000. What you want to do? I don't know you. We can't even work together till we talk. I don't know you. I don't know you. Thank you for the email, but I'm gonna put y'all in my real estate email list in a little bit. But right now, I'm like, what you want to do with that? You know, there's one or two people like, hey, I got 30,000. What we gonna do with that? Because if you're getting it off your credit card, then you got 17% interest. What we gonna do with that? How I'm gonna work with you? You know what I'm saying? I want to work with y'all. There's some of y'all I think is gonna be good people to add to the Rolodex to work with. But some of y'all come in like, yo, I got 40 grand. Where you got it at? Credit card. Man, come on now. Come on now. Come on. I ain't trying to break your legs. Let's work together on some stuff that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Am I making clear? But Joshua Hill, get your publishing company started. Start your ebooks if you're going to do that. And as money comes in, put it over to buy a rental. Getting my coaching practice online and notary advertising with networking notary starting next week with my business cards. Yeah. I mean, Mr. Shelley, listen, affiliates are bank, right? If you got 100, and there's always a book called The Power of Who. If you write down 150 people you know, 150 people you know, and out of that 150 people, if they tell at any given time 5 to 10 people about you, you'll have business forever. It's kind of the thing. What up, Christian Alexander? Sob stories. I'm telling you, L. Johnson, they wear me out. I'm a felon. I'm 35 years old living at my grandma's house. Well, I didn't tell you to do that. Why you ain't working at a construction site, hauling trash? Why you ain't doing something? You know, don't get mad at me. There's a list right now. I'm gonna be really honest. There's a list of 157 companies that hire felons. And everybody gets one when they leave prison. Jiffy Lube, all these people, they hire. And when you talk to people, they're like, oh, I didn't know about it. Come on, man. Everybody know about it. They give you the list when you leave. Don't be lying. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Thank you. He's straight chilling. He is. Hey, Richard Mayfield. Thanks for the $4.99 super chat. How do you feel about precious metals as part of the portfolio? El Monte, listen, you know your girl loves silver.com. Silver.com, where you go get your silver. I'm not advertising. I just actually go get silver from there. So I had made this effort to give my nephews like $20, but they're little kids. What are they going to do? They're going to spend it. They're going to get candy. They're going to get crap. So what I would do is go get $20 little silver thin bars. Now silver is low. Silver's like $12. So your girl been cutting up. I didn't get a bunch of bars, okay? I was hoping it went to $10 because then I'd have been wowing because it's going to go back up. So, but El Monte, I think it's an important part of your portfolio, but not more than 10%. If you had $100 every week, you know, spend $10, something like that. Just enough. Because you have to have enough small enough to exchange, right? That's how I look at it. Jail dudes want to live off hood rats. L. Johnson, I can't with you today. I can't. Cool. Thank you. My homeless fella started driving a truck for over a year, and now he owns his own rig. Yes, Hercules. I'm telling y'all just don't understand, yo. There is so much money out here, and I kind of understand why the Borg and other people are like, why y'all tripping? Well, what's taking y'all so long? It's each one teach one. It's each one teach one, and I feel like I'm doing my part. Each one teach one, and I'm gonna get this kid the video so I can show you kind of what I'm doing, and you could do it or not. But I'm telling y'all, the recession is already here. I'm already talking to people in California, and they like, ooh. KB home sellers who make bank out in KB, Florida, and they like, ooh, it's getting tight. There's property right now on auction.com that I'm looking at. It's all KB homes in parts of Texas that are, they only had the house 3 years. So what that mean? That mean they really couldn't afford to get in the house, 1. 2, a hiccup happened and now they losing it. That stuff right there. So just telling y'all. You can't defeat the demons and adversaries people create in their minds for themselves. Yes, Lord. Some people have never heard their family say they're proud of them. And I remember somebody saying that. I thought that was silly. But then I realized a lot of time I get on the phone with y'all like, I told my mom I have a business and she won't say she's proud of me. And I'm like, are you for real right now? You better slap yourself. Because there's always someone who can look up to you. That's something that I remember somebody was saying, like there's a homeless man you can get props and looked up to from. There's a school of elementary children you can get looked up to. There's all kind of stuff. Side note, I'm in this parking lot and I've seen so many, I'm sorry, ugly Asian women with white men coming in and out of this parking lot is so funny to me. Now there's one chick is hot. There was a banger walk by, but the rest of them look like, ooh, where you picked that girl up from? Must have been college. Anyway, yellow fever when you're drunk is just off. Whew, goodness. Some of these people must have been drunk. Okay, 90-day fiancés. Hey, some of these people in town. Ooh, young fresh foreclosure at fire sale prices coming. Alvin Hollander, this shit is crazy to me. Here's the thing. The two of the houses I know on the online auction, I know right now, if I go get them, even if I get them at $95,000, they were selling at $165,000. They got in the house for dirt cheap. Then I could turn around and rent the bad boy out for $1,000 a month plus. So where did I lose? Where am I going to be losing? Nowhere. Then can get 95% of the 95% of the financing off several of those companies I'm posting in the Facebook group. Where can you not win? It's a win-win. And some of those people, if they were smart, which I know some of them, all they doing is going to go to another part of Texas and get approved for another house, just cheaper. I'm telling you, a lot of the poor white people in Austin moved out to the edges before everybody else. And they looking like ragamuffins out there. They houses looking like, cut your front yard, you bums. Dang, did you just say that, Richard Mayfield? But it's true. Those guys in the army put those Asian ladies in sewing shops to make banks off the soldiers. They got to secure their future. Now, here's the funny thing, Richard Mayfield. It's really the Asian women who are more driven than the guy. Most of the black and white guys that marry them Asian women, it's the woman. The people clown them. They go, why are you poor? Like, I know right now, 2 people who have black dads and their moms are clowned by the other women. Like, why are you poor? How are you so poor? Why don't you own any rentals? Why don't you own any businesses? They clown each other, yo, because they're like, you in America, land of plenty. And like, there's one person who tried to get her whole family over here. And the husband was like, nah, they call me a nigger. I'm not letting them come over here. I'm not going to sign any paperwork saying they should be able to, because they have things when you're in the military, you could kind of vouch for them, kind of speeds up the process. And because the dad wouldn't do it, the whole family's like stuck over in South Korea, like, damn, that's fucked up. He wouldn't help us come over because he's not stupid. That black man know if that family would have came over and they started dominating Fayetteville, bro, she would have left him. L. Johnson, it's not weirdo stuff. It's just like get money, live well stuff, You straighten your hair, I like it. Thank you so much. What's the deal with Elon Musk trying to go private? He got them shareholders, folks hot and bothered. Well, Joshua Hill, it's the same thing Dale did. Dale won't plan though. He was like, because here's what I tell people. Dale and IBM may be doing horrible. IBM's doing horrible. I mean, horrible. But here's the thing. Dale could be doing just as bad because half their buildings are empty. But you don't know that because Dale went private. That's the same thing right now. Those tiger moms be pimping. I'm telling you, she would have bounced. Richard, she would have bounced. I know it. That black man is not stupid. If that woman's family would have came over here and been starting businesses, because she had 2 brothers and 2 sisters, they would have convinced her to leave him. Because there's so many Koreans, I would say older men that are still over here. Like they came, like a lot of the barbershops are owned by Korean men. And some of them don't have wives. And I'm like, well, how are you over here? Oh, I've been here since the 70s. Or like I came with my kids and my wife. They remarry. They have other Korean people to marry. Trust and believe. Now, didn't I already tell y'all that stat? 90% of all Korean American marriages since 1962 have ended in divorce. So when I see a Korean and black man or Korean and white woman still together, I'm like, congratulations. Because they are known to leave you. Okay? So he won't stupid. There's a reason he wouldn't sign those paperwork to let that family come over here. He ain't dumb. He is not dumb. Any other questions before I go show y'all a little bit of this store and bounce? Because I'm supposed to be at somebody's birthday party, but it is too hot to be outside in 90-degree weather. Asians are about quality of life, not suffering. Okay. Read an article today about the Asians starting up their own production studio to produce all Asian films. Black Panther, but Asian. Yes. And when they were asking the kids in the street what they thought about Black Panther, they're like, that's really good. Now maybe we can have an Asian superhero. So they weren't even caring that it was all black. They just cared that it was going to be all Asian. It can be ruthless. It can get excessive. Yeah, I mean, like chasing money can be ridiculous, right? So at the end of the day, like somebody was asking me what's my goal, and I was like, I was like, I don't want to, my goal is to have family and kids that I kind of homeschool to some degree. So I have a number in my head that it equals a certain number of trucks or a certain number of rentals, all businesses that don't need me to be up in there so I can chill out with these babies. You dig? But everybody's got their different things. Everybody's got their something. Some of y'all already got kids. H Heart, my favorite Asian superstore, super egg rolled. Hey Erica, recession, but still about to buy a house, FHA 2 in a lot on the outskirts, 329. Where are you at? Ooh, that's high. Where are you at? Vernie G, where are you at? They are ambitious. They have to give them that. Internet, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You come to America and y'all was smashed up 5 people deep up in an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment or 1-bedroom apartment in Korea or China or whatever. Psh, shit's ridiculous. You gotta come here and go, y'all, the sky's the limit. Same thing right now in this store. There's a ton of Indians coming in and out this parking lot right now. They like this store too. China is the second largest film market. That's true. I don't think we have any Florida. In Florida, I have to get used to go to one in Atlanta. My goal is escalating sliding scale of income to index to market. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Homeschooling is a perfect ideal. Oh, I know. Because, listen, as a gifted child, me and my sister were treated horribly. My little sister was a year young for kindergarten and could count. I did a video, but then I didn't post it because I didn't want y'all talking shit to me. My sister could count to 150. No other kid could get it. But she giggled a lot because she was like 4. And the teacher was like, nah, I'm going to hold her back because, she's immature. My mom said, no other child can read and write in here or count. But you want to hold my kid back? I will sue this school. Don't play me. And then we never had any more problems. Or same thing with me. I got suspended. And then they, after I came back from private school, they were like, let's just put her in all AP classes. This way she can do what she wants. She can read in class. She can do whatever she wants. And that's exactly what we did in AP. We talked really high level stuff, read books all day. I mean, the key here is I don't want my children in that system. I don't want them dealing with hood rat little shitty kids. I don't want them dealing with dumb brads who think they're better than the black kids or the Latino kids, but really they broke white people. I don't want them exposed to those idiots. Idiots! Yeah, I said it. Idiots. No, Varney, I think you're fine to house hack. House hacking is money, Varney. Airbnb is money. Go look up Key Resource. She makes bank off that. You can still do it, honey. It's fine. I see my income goals in percentages instead of amount. True. Oh, you're in California? Girl, if you're in California, that sounds like a deal. Sky's the limit. Amen to that. Low-key Mensa. Hey, listen, we'll talk about that another show. But the fact remains is there's truth to Aaron Clarey's book, The Curse of the High IQ, because you start realizing when you're talking about something, nobody else cares about it. They only care about it if it benefits them. So prime example, there's several people I know need excess money, right? Whether it's to adopt kids or buy extra houses or anything. And now they want to, oh, Erica, what are you doing? What are you investing in? You're like, yo, when I've been talking about this for 5 years, you didn't care. So don't care now. Labor Day weekend, first Airbnb rental for my crib. Do it. Everyone think they better than black. See, that's the sad part though. When I went to East Carolina University, here's the part. There were white people like upset because there would be black people in there who were 3rd generation going to college. Family was wealthy in Maryland. They driving a BMW on campus. They own a house in the town we go to college to. They don't need financial aid, but you in there with your broke white self with needing financial aid. And when the teacher would ask and let them explain who they were, those white people were hot. They were like, what? But you're like, stop. You're poor. You're a poor white person. This is a wealthy black person. Yes, they exist. I'd be in class like, yes. Or I tell them I came from a cop family. They'd be like, their brain just explodes in front of your face. It's hilarious. You are poor. Welcome to America. I think that's the thing about college. That's why people are like, oh, white males are attacked in college. No, they're not attacked. They just feel less superior in college. And that's the problem. They don't want to go there. They don't want to hear that. Now, are some of the agendas in colleges anti-male? For sure. For sure, I can agree with that. Love Aaron Clarey just read Poor Richard's Retirement. I'm telling you, Poor Richard's Retirement is a good book because it puts you in this mindset of if you literally, and the same thing Aaron Clarey just said is the same thing Mr. Money Mustache says. If you pay off your house and your car, you realize that's the bulk of your whole existence. Like people are working jobs they fucking hate because they're going to keep getting newer houses and newer houses. Like there's a couple I know with 6 kids and they've had this house. They're about to have it paid off. They go buy an even bigger house. Why? You have 6 kids, but the last 3 is going off to college. So you got just 3. So you need to stay in a house that's just reasonable for you and your husband. Like all the years them kids needed all them extra rooms, it's too late now. They old. And they're like, well, when the kids come back and they visit in college breaks and when they get married and then they can visit in the future with their spouses, they are not coming to see y'all like that. That's retarded. The best position to be in when moves are being made is underestimated, cut down competition until it's late. So here's the thing. There's 93 of y'all. There's 95 of y'all here. 52 likes. Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Let's let YouTube know to notify everybody, because a lot of people are saying they're not getting notifications. The thing here is why I keep talking about credit, and I'm talking about this now. While credit is easy to get, while loans are easy to get, you want to be in a position while it's easy to get. You do not want to be in a position when it's hard to get and you're trying to skin by on the skin of your teeth, right? You don't want to be in that position. And when one truck or one rental property can put you in a category above thousands, if not millions of people, that's the thing. Take the leap. Take the leap of faith. So same thing with e-commerce, sir. Some of y'all, if y'all just ran a side e-commerce, sir, and you're packaging up packages and you made an extra $5,000 a month, your life would be all kind of different. You dig? So, well, again, what was it? What's his name? Grant Cardone. If you're not first, you're last. The difference of being on the first page of Google and the second page of Google. You sell or be sold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the person who contracts goes away in this marketplace. They do. The person who contracts goes away. And that's why I'm like, at minimum, I'll be running ads on this channel in the future. It's just so crazy. People didn't learn shit from the housing crash of suckers born every day. Man, here's the thing about the housing. It's really the people keeping up with the Joneses, right? A lot of that is, I'm going to keep getting a bigger house. For what? Like, pay one off, you know? Or when I was talking to this couple, I was like, oh, you can have a rental. Oh, we don't want to have a rental. And I'm like, but they don't have nothing. They don't have a big 401k. They don't have a bunch of money invested, but they don't want a rental. Okay, well then, you know, when you're 40, 50, which is the saddest part, is I talk to 40, 50-year-old people every day, and they're like, oh man, we should have did this, we should have did that. That is the worst. Those are the worst phone calls, because every which way to Sunday, they know and you know they could have done a better job of their being a steward over their finances. Or even like people who get lump sum money. You know, gotta have a game plan. So I did promise I'd go show y'all some of this store. So let me take y'all into the store, checking my car, put my Second Amendment away. You know, because we don't want no drama. Okay, no drama, Obama. Okay. Hold on, let's get y'all into this store. Oopsie. All right, can y'all see? We're gonna go in real quick for the Lolo. Yeah, it's just the first one that's ever bought here to Austin. As you can see, who's coming out of the store. Where do you live, El Monte? Okay, go ahead and take off, Chief. Don't worry, I just hid you from the channel completely. How about that? Fix you. Okay, do y'all see enough? Probably gonna get off here in a bit. We're gonna peek down the aisle too. Yeah. How do I pay rent and get it sent to credit bureau? Julio Rodriguez. You can do, I forgot what his name. Somebody put it in the comments for William Tell. It's something called William Tell. It reports your payments, your rental payments. Oh, Rent Reporters. Thank you so much. There it is. Yeah, Barney, just go ahead and put it yourself in the, hit the consult button. That's fine. These are so weird, but okay. Not Erica Nicole got the prenup. You already know what that is. The kimchi. Everything else. You got country style. You have this extra kind of style. This is called H Mark. Smells like my neighbor's garage, y'all. Yep. Now, okay, so we're about to cut this off. But thank you guys. Gotta get out of here. You didn't miss it. Sorry, Jamar. You guys have a good day.